Hey there everyone. Today is Friday, May 23rd. The time right now is approximately 1:37 p.m. and the temperature is a pretty chilly 10 degrees Celsius, feeling more like 5. We've had a downpour for the last couple of days, and I am in the city of Burlington, Ontario, at the intersection of Howard and Plains Road. And I'll be currently walking my way to Aldershot station, so walk with me. And you can see here, we got some pretty nice semi-protected bike lanes. And you know, I find them to be a lot more trustworthy than the majority of the ones I see in Toronto. And this marks my 100th video. You know, time flies. And yeah, this is usually the way I take back home, so when I visit my mom. And you got a nice plaza here, strip. Mainly the Busy Bee is the one I go to. There's an ice cream parlor. And of course there's a family doctor and pharmacy along these residential buildings. And the traffic flow is pretty heavy. Burlington is a ever-growing city just outside of Hamilton, Ontario. And we have still quite the overcast, but you see some blue sky peeking through. Hopefully it won't rain again for a third day, but you never know. Never say never. And along here, it's just kind of a nice stretch of, like I said, sidewalks and open areas. Not too populated pedestrian ones, unlike the traffic. And where I'm going to be heading is a nice little side path to get to Aldershot station. I used to go up Waterdown Road, which is at the next set of lights there. But I discovered this way one day on a walk, and I definitely prefer it. I'm in a retirement community here. So yeah, I apologize once again for my inconsistencies in uploading. Having a bit of an issue with going live right now, so I'll get to the bottom of that eventually. So yeah, thank you for watching anyways and sticking around. Got a local vape shop here. And, you know, mostly residential. You'll see a gas station, Circle K, coming up. There's a Tim Hortons over there, along with a Hasty Market and a Home Hardware, proudly Canadian. I've actually done a pre-record, almost at this exact walk. I'll be going a bit further with, did that with my mom about a couple months ago. And you have multiple paths you can choose. You can walk that way, walk this way, and loop around again. You have a lot of benches, but I don't know, I think it's kind of awkward just sitting there staring into a business. To be honest, I wouldn't feel comfortable if I was in one of these businesses and someone was just sitting at a bench staring right at me, but that's just me personally. Okay. No exit. Well, yeah, no kidding. And you got this garage over here. Sometimes I see this vintage, I believe it's a Dodge pickup. Looks like something out of the 40s. And it's really cool, and it's sometimes there and sometimes isn't. I guess it's still being in use. I don't think it's there today though. Got more side businesses here, and of course there is a fire station just up the road there. This was also an area where I was seeing a wildfire. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it seemed kind of sus. And it's on one of my shorts, and the fire crew just sort of came right down and was on the side of a road, sort of like in a bit of a wooded area. and they resolved it pretty quickly. First thing I noticed was the smoke. Okay, so next intersection I'll probably be crossing. Further you go down here, down Plains Road, the more businesses you'll start to see, but it's not really walkable. You know, you have some restaurants ahead. There's a Wendy's. You know, I could go for a good old Baconator right now, but I really don't feel like taking that much of a stretch. I'll just, you know, I'm still out of town for a couple of days, so I will not be getting on the Aldershot train, Lakeshore East, but it's kind of a tour of what I do. So you got the Esso here. And this is still technically Burlington, but it's Aldershot. You know, I used to get off at Burlington Station and take the bus that goes down here, but I actually just get off at Aldershot, and it's walkable, about a 15-minute walk, as you'll see. So some of these you can wave at, and you know, the light will start counting down, and others you have to manually push. And at the next set of lights here, I'll be making a quick left. And it's a windy one. And another Tim Hortons. It's more convenient to have one in the gas station, but it's pretty close to the other one. Literally almost right across the street. And there it is. Plains #1 plus. And we got a interesting design here. I have no idea what those twisted straws are about, but it's kind of a eye-catching image. Well, it's not saying go, but can't stand here all day. And we got a new Corvette here. Wicked fast as a license plate. I bet he is. And that's a beautiful machine right there. Corvettes have really changed over the years. Appearance-wise and price-wise. And we got a cool old-fashioned breakfast family restaurant. I think they close at 3 p.m. most days. So up Cook Boulevard I will go. And slightly industrial and then residential again, along the path I'm about to embark on. And you have a gentleman's club here, though I'm not sure if it's in operation. Well, they say Thursday to Sunday, 6 p.m. to close, but I don't know. It's not really rounded enough to observe. Wake up, dummy. And there's a bit of an obstacle course here, but I can swerve around it. All right, down this path I'll go. Gotta be careful because there's still somewhat of a traffic congestion down here. Sometimes it makes me wonder where they're going, but sure they're going somewhere. And it's kind of blocked off in, well, 3 different areas. So coming up ahead, there's a pickup location for auctions, I believe. Got a Halton cop just lingering there. Not sure what he's doing, waiting for, but I don't know, maybe go patrol the city. And we got a development project that some people with spray paint aren't too fond of. And I'll just have to walk around this. This has been here for a couple of days. How long does it take for cement to dry? Maybe the rain didn't help. And yeah, blocked off a couple more times. But you could see, you know, if you want to go for like a nice walk, why someone would come down here. It's, besides the construction thing going on, which usually doesn't happen, it's pretty peaceful and quiet. If you want to get away from the hectic traffic. And they're putting something down on the sidewalk right now, a big sheet of plastic. Holdwell Banker commercial. And Rose Hill liquidation right here is where the auction pickup is. And I'm just gonna have to walk around this truck. Not much of a other choice I have. Category 5, whatever that's, a boot. Category 5 imaging. Also lumber and random tools back there. Not the most convenient path, but oh well. And it's blocked off yet again down there. But, you know. I've seen worse, much worse. PV Labs. And you'll see the highway just over the hill here. Love these, I guess, grape red color to these leaves. Very pleasing to the eye. Yeah. These guys are taking off. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. Here they are again. Yeah. Still looks pretty wet to me. And once again, they're just doing a bunch of random places all at once. Huh. And it appears to be a condo. I'm not sure if it's that or rentals, but oh, that wind is strong. And you'll see a lot of people walking their dogs around here or whatnot. Always great deals. The Rose Hill online auctions. Planks. Very nice entrance here. You have someone with security or side residential street here. So down at the end, around the corner, you'll see sort of like an abandoned little field. And swing around that, and you're about a 5-minute walk from Aldershot station. And I see that sun slowly peeking out. You can see one of the first cars of the GO train peeking in the distance there. Masonry court ends. There's this pathway you can see over there, but not sure what it exactly leads to. It's really quiet over here compared to being on Plains Road. There's another side street you can go down. There's no sidewalks though. That's pretty much their way of saying if you don't live here, you're not welcome, which is fair enough. And you can see the Aldershot sign here. Got the same tagger, J2. I think that's what it says on these development proposals. And just to the right there is a hidden little path down that street. What is this? Looks like Frosty. Kind of just wedged in there. You got an abandoned suitcase. Just a bunch of nothing. Little hill there. Proposal plans with the spray paint. Right there again, J2, don't forget everyone. He's known around Burlington. And there's the side street I was talking about. Take a little peek down there. Cool. And you see multiple trains right now. Big old parking lot. You're walking up to the station. And that's where I'll be ending this video. I will try to do another pre-record for tomorrow. Get some consistency going. And I think the doors are open. Hop right on. Tap your Presto here. Load it, whatever you need to do. Saw a nice Thunderbird here the other day. I always like to look out for unique cars, especially in these congested parking lots, but nothing really stands out today. You got a Stinger, I guess. more nothingness. Just a big empty field. Ditch. That's a Wendy's wrapper. Speaking of Wendy's. So yeah, this is the hidden path I like to take. Definitely gonna stick to it. And as you can see, it's a dead end. Emergency access route. One lonely bike there. And here we are. Let's see what time it leaves at. Leaves in 8 minutes. Huh. All right, got somewhere to load your Presto. And that's about it. So, on that note, thank you for watching. My name is Kyle Walker. If you enjoyed this, remember to like, subscribe, share, and hit on that notification bell. For all videos are personalized. I'm always grateful. You'll see a lot more coming from me in the near future, I do promise. And I will see you in the next one. Walker out.